about time you got here. Been waiting for you. I had to put off a few of my experiments so I could have time to train you. Hopefully this won't take long. You look pathetic. It's so hard to find help. Not that I really need it, but since my last assistant betrayed me, I've been trying to do things all on my own, and it's a little slower than I'd like to go. Have you ever worked as an assistant before? I see. I'm very demanding. You're going to have to get used to that. Did you bring any safety equipment with you? Because I'm not going to give it to you. I have gloves and a coat. But for you, I might have a garbage bag I can let you wear. You're going to be working with many chemicals and things that can burn your skin. Oh, safety glasses, you might want those as well. I don't have any to give you. You might just have to keep your eyes closed while you're working with things. Unless you want direct eye contact with something so acidic that it can completely destroy your eyeballs. I don't have an eye wash station, but I do have a hose that I could spray. So, we do have some options. You just have to be very careful. Or not. I think I can let you have a little bit of fun and do a few things without my direct supervision. At least I better not have to completely watch you this entire time. You can't be that incompetent, can you? My last assistant decided to steal some things from me and give it to the police. So I decided to steal a few things from them. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that teeth don't grow back? A lot of things don't grow back in humans. Maybe if you betray me, I'll take something from you. But what would it be? How about those eyes? You don't need those, do you? Maybe a tongue. The ears. This ear. Maybe a nose. But you're not going to betray me, are you? I have a few precautions now to make sure that you don't betray me, or at the very least make it easier to find you if you do, which it would be very unwise if you did. Let's start your, what to call it, not quite training, onboarding, employee onboarding, I believe it's what they call it. You already know how to enter the building, good for you. I might be too busy to let you in, so do keep the key with you. I won't make another one for you. We can't have too many keys floating around for anyone to grab. Keep it on you at all times. You will call me Dr. Leer at all times. I will refer to you as assistant. I don't need to know your name. If you're hungry or thirsty, eat or drink. I don't care. Just don't make a mess. And don't you dare eat any of my food. Although if you do, you might end up very sick. I don't keep edible food in my fridge. It's mostly some of my experiments. Don't drink any of the liquid in the fridge. It's not meant for human consumption. Unless I tell you to. Part of your job is going to be cleaning once I'm finished with an experiment. There's cleaning equipment located under the sink in the bathroom. You better know how to use bleach. Make sure you don't mix any cleaning chemicals together, unless I tell you to. Perhaps I'll be doing an experiment on something like that. You'll have to dispose of anything that needs to be disposed of. You may have to drag things off to the dump. I don't have regular garbage pickup because I don't want law enforcement digging through my trash. It'll be your job to get rid of it. You may have to burn some of it. I hope you're comfortable around fire. You may have to melt some of it in acid. You may have to dump some of it into the ocean or any other body of water we're near. We will be traveling. Can't stay in one place for too long. I'm going to need a few things from you, just to make it easier to find you if I need you. One of the first things I'm going to do is make sure you're not wearing a wire or working for the police. They think they can send their undercover agents in here and I won't find them. Although I do enjoy when they're undercover agents because then I can use them in my experiments. They're so much fun to experiment on. They're usually trained in torture methods, but I always find a way to make it interesting. If you are an undercover agent, you should just tell me right now. All right. I'm going to just feel around your arms, then by your stomach. Make sure you're not wearing any wires. Anything on your back? You better not be enjoying this. People, why do I have to deal with people at all? Hey, take off your shoes. Make sure there's nothing in there. Take off that shoe. Take off the shoe. And I do recommend wearing open I recommend wearing closed-toed shoes. Don't want to drop anything on your toes while you're working here. Plus, I can't stand the sound flip-flops make. It's so obnoxious. I don't want to be listening to that while I'm trying to work. Check your head as well. I recommend keeping your hair tied back, just to keep everything out of the way. You are an adult, you should know this stuff already. Do you even know what a standard precaution is? Maybe universal precautions. I wish I could clone another version of me. Maybe that'd be too troublesome. It is good to be the original. Still checking for wires. I'm going to have to check the inside of your mouth to make sure there's nothing attached to your teeth. Open your mouth. Stick out the tongue. This. I'm just going to feel around a little bit. Oh yeah, sometimes they like to keep those transmitters deep in the mouth. Don't mind me, don't gag. Don't see anything in your mouth. Nothing in your hair. Nothing under your clothes. Nothing in your shoes. So far, so good. Now I just need some hair from you. I just want some DNA samples for research. I know my current place of residence isn't ideal. Ever since my assistant gave away my lab location, I've had to move around quite a bit. As if I don't have enough things to worry about. There are other doctors going about working, trying to prove that they're better than me. No one's better than me. I have a lot of work to do. If you're not a good worker, maybe you'll be a good test subject. Just try not to make me mad and you'll be fine. Good enough. Also going to need some blood. Just a little bit. Don't panic. Stick out one of your arms, preferably your least favorite arm. Very good. This and just slice that open. Just a little bit of blood. Just a little bit of blood. Should be good. Well, cover it up. Don't bleed all over the place. Just use your clothes or something. These fun little things are trackers. They'll tell me where you are. I'm going to implant them in you. It's not optional. I'm going to implant them in different spots so you can't remove them. Or if you do remove one, there'll be plenty more. Where should I put these? There. Down there, maybe. Maybe by the eye. No one likes to remove an eye. Definitely the mouth. Maybe in the feet. The hands. There's a lot of bones in the hands. Maybe by the nose too. Definitely by the stomach. Not too close. Lung. Might feel it every time they breathe. That should work. Should have enough of that. Enough of that. I've made my decisions. I know where I'm going to implant these. Unfortunately, for me, not for you, I suppose, you can't be awake for this procedure. Fortunately, when you're awake, you move too much. I need these to go in certain places, so it's best if you're unconscious. Good for you. I'll help you fall asleep. I don't have time to wait for you to fall asleep naturally. I'm going to rub these together. They're going to make a strange sound. But after a few minutes, you should be fast asleep, or at least close to it. How are you feeling, my little assistant? Tired yet? Feeling sleepy yet? sleep.